PoppyK, create, craft and make paper jewelry and challenges to break. PoppyK, create, craft and make PoppyK, subscribe, like.
Everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Katie. I hope you are doing well. Well, today's video is going to be another installment of me sorting out my diorama. So this is what we've got so far. I've done a few other bits and pieces. I've actually found, I made these on Jewelry Maker. I'm going to see if I can hunt out my felted balls, and I'm sure I've got this wire still, and I'm going to show you how to make these cute little pumpkins. So I'm going to have a look to see if I can find those, but yeah, they're definitely going in my little vignette. And also I've made a little chest of drawers to go in there. Now all I've done is used the Tim Holtz Matchbox die. If you haven't got that, there is definitely plenty of Matchbox templates on Pinterest or Google, and literally I made up the matchboxes. All of these drawers do open, but I made it with really thick card, so quite tough to get open. So not that I want to open and close them anyway, but you can have them opening, oops, and closing. And for these bits on the front of the cabinet, I have used, I don't know if you remember back in the day, now then, I think they were called Craftworks. They were a British company, so I don't know whether you got them in America. You might have done. And I went to a show at Harrogate, and I ended up picking up a little box, and it's these little dots. Do you remember these? So if you've got these, I mean, I always use mine, but basically what I did was I used one of these with the pattern on, obviously turned it inside out, and then flattened it out either with a ball tool or just your fingers like so, and then I cut it in half. Let's grab my scissors, just show you a little, cut it in half like that, and then you're left with the semicircle. And then I just use my nails just to give it a little curve. So then you've got a little curve, and then I glued just around, where's my tweezers? I glued literally just around that section up here. So just a little dot of glue on there, and that's how I got the handles on there. So that's going to go in my little vignette. Just put those back in. Yeah, so that's going to go in my vignette. So that's what I've done so far. I'm still waiting on a few bits that I've ordered to carry on. So what I was doing was, I don't know if you remember in the last video, I showed you those bottles that my husband had. And what I want to do in the bottles is to emulate what we have printed off from the Graphics Fairy. So if I just show you here, the bottles with the insects in and things like that. This one's got a snake in, the other one's got a skull in. So I have got the stamp set from Tim Holtz, which is it Entomology? This particular one here, I think it's Entomology, and it's CMS 328. So yeah, so I've used the insects from that and stamped it out on a little bit of scrap super smooth card, and then I've actually got the dies as well. I mean, if you've got them great. If you haven't, then you'll just have to hand fussy cut around them, or use other bugs or anything else that you want to. So I've been using these as well, and what I have done, I'm going to see if I can bring you right in. I'm just going to see. Right, is that going to focus though? You need to focus. There we go. So inside each of these little bottles here, I've got one of the bugs that I've cut out and stamped. So you might not be able to see it very well in that one. In the larger one here, I've got the cicada. And then I've used the jewellery labels from Tim Holt's new release, the Collection 3. And then I've just stamped on them there. But I've embossed the bugs as well. And I was inspired to do this. It was Andrea over at Artie Mays. But I just thought they looked really cool in the little specimen jars or bottles. And there's this one here. They look really cool, don't they? So I'm going to go ahead and do some of these and then show you how I achieved that look. Okay, so I've got you zoomed in quite a bit. I'm just going to put these back in my diorama or vignette, whatever you want to call it. Right then, so as I say, I've already gone ahead and stamped out some of these. So I'm going to colour them in. Am I going to colour them in? Did I colour them in first? Probably. Actually, what I will do is I think we'll die cut them first. So I've got my die cutting, just my little ones. This is a perfect project for if you're sat watching TV, YouTube, what have you. You can stamp these out, and if you've got a little tabletop die cutting machine, then the world, as they say, is your oyster, and you can get a whole load done. You could mass make these. Right, let's get the right dies. So that's that one. Was that one? Nope. That's that one for sure. My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. You make me want to wiggle wiggle for sure. There you go, and that goes in there. Right. Oh, nearly dropped one. I'm just going to pop those back in, because if I don't, I will lose them, and that will not do anyone any good. So I hope everyone is doing well and surviving this weather. I'll pop that back in there, and then I'll pop that back into there. Okay, so I'm going to lay this on onto here, and then we're good to go. I'm just going to line all of these up. You could colour before you cut, but I'm going to cut and then colour. That's that one there, and then I'm just going to place that on top. Carefully move that out of the way. Bring in my machine. Oh, see, moved it. I moved it. Oh, you can use masking tape and washi tape and all that good stuff. But why would I? I want to make it difficult for myself today. Oh no, I'm stuck. I'm just going to see if I can. That's fine. Look, he slipped. He slipped. Goodbye. Right then, so we've got the other two. So let's get rid of that. Bring that one in. And that one didn't cut at all. Oh, well, it's going so well today, ladies and gents. Right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to rip these and pop it that way. I'm going to try and cut him again. Hopefully, this time, he will cut. I just want to make sure I've got that in the grooves. Get into the groove. And then okay. Houston, We do not have a problem anymore. Right, so there are 2 little bugs. Right, I'm going to put these back in the packet. And then we can carry on. Carry on, carry on. Right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just colour them in. Just with some basic markers. Well, they're not basic markers, they're Spectrum Noir markers, but you know, just bulk standard. So we'll get red, and what colour did I do him? Like a blue and a green, didn't I? There we go. And I did have a brown here somewhere. Here's the red. I bet I'll put the brown back. I bet. So the colours that I'm going to use today are from Spectrum Noirs, and this one is BT5, this one is TN8, this one is DG3, and this one is DR1. So I'm going to go over with my little nozzle, and I'm just going to colour, and I will ink them up as well afterwards just to give them that bit of aged look. So I'm literally just colouring that in. So we'll leave that there as a nice little bit of shine. And I'm just going to, what I usually do is, if you can still see the stamp a little bit underneath, is with my darker pen, I'll just go in just to emphasize that, because to me, I just think it looks a little bit better. I'm just colouring that in, get all of that nicely coloured. Now you can, I like to do the legs brown because I don't think, I mean, they look black, but I think in nature they must be brown, they can't be black. I don't know, are they? Any entomologists out there? Do we like that, or does it look like it's not finished? I'm just going to colour it in because I think that looks like it ain't finished. And then I'll just go over the top of what I've just done with the darker pen, and that will dissipate everything. But once we get this embossed, it's going to look completely different. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this lovely blue and do some little, let's do something like that, and then go in with the green and kind of fill in a little bit. If you've got an iridescent paint or something like that, that would look really cool, because that would actually emulate the shine. Or if you've got like one of those shine pens, the, oh, what was it called? Oh, I can't remember. Like a glimmer pen. Oh, what were they called? Oh, I can't quite remember what they were called, but anyway, if you had one of them, you could do this. Also, if you have shrink plastic, this is perfect. If you were doing this on shrink plastic, and you wanted to create like a bug necklace to wear to your Halloween ball, use these stamps and do this with these pens. So the only difference is the material that I'm using is paper instead of shrink plastic. But if you're using shrink plastic and you want to attach it to something, don't forget to put your hole in before you heat it up to get it to make it smaller. Yeah, does that make sense? It sort of did to me. Right then, so I've got my clear embossing powder. I'm only going to go in with one coat as well, and I've got my very clean, very lovely Versamark pad and my tweezers and my heat gun. So I'm going to lay my little ladybird, and I'm going to use my pliers, my what are these called? I've just said it, tweezers, and I'm just going to press this into my pad, just like so, making sure that it's all covered, and then I'm going to pick it up like so, move this out of the way, and all I'm going to do is dip it into the embossing powder. Okay, lift that up, tap off the excess, and then we're going to make some magic happen. So I'm just going to sit here, as you can see, and then using my heat gun, see it go, I hope. There we go. And then that just brings it alive, I think. I think it gives it a really nice, natural look. Okay, so we'll just pop that down there and just let go. And if you want to manipulate it, you can do a little bit while it's still warm, but that's it. And then you can put that, don't bend it too much, otherwise you'll crack the emboss. So I'll show you that one more time, just something nice and quick. And as I said, I saw Andrea do this. She was making specimen booklets and cards, and this is what she was doing with hers, and I just love the way that the embossing brings it to life. And you know, I mean, it just looks, it looks so good in the jars or in the bottles. So again, I'm just placing it face down, and then I'm using my pliers just to add the ink, saturate it in the ink. Okay, and it also shapes it a little bit too. So as you can see there now, he's all nice and inked up. Just grab his back end. I'm just going to dip that in, making sure everything's got stuff on it. Tapping off the excess. And then we can come in again with our heat gun. So just nice and simple. Just move you out of the way because we don't want to get you hotter than you already are. And there you go, this one just does it a little bit quicker, just because we've had time for it to... Can you see how good that goes? Love it. Absolutely love it. Nice and simple, and it gives you a really good look. And then you can add that to your bottles. Have I got any more? How many was there? 3 for the top. I don't know where the others have gone. I think they're in this drawer somewhere. Ah, here we go. So there we go. I've got my other 2 now. So I'm just gonna, this might be a bit big for that one, and that's definitely too big for it, so I might have to do another bug. But look, how cool is that? And as I say, if you've got like the iridescent paint, we'll just squeeze him in there. Come on, mate, you can get in there. Get in. There we go. And if you want, you can just go in there with you. And there he is, all captured. yeah, I'll have to do the fly again, I think, to go in there. But yeah, I might even just leave that out. So there you go. That is how I made my little bugs to go into my bottles. And as I say, I just used the jewellery die. I'll show you the one it is. This one in the Tim Holtz to create the little tab, and then just did a little stamp on there. You can put alcohol ink on these, but I actually quite like them the way they are. Like you've got like a sample, you know, and I think they look really, really cool. So thank you so much for watching. As I say, that was pretty simple as well. Oh, and these underneath are bead caps, just common old garden bead caps. So you could have that on there, you could put that on there or something, you know. So there's a whole world of possibilities. Like I say, if I find the felt balls, I'll show you how to make these cute little pumpkins, because you could actually make those into earrings as well. They'd look really cool. Oh, excuse me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye.